Dare I say that them informing a guy a couple days before his deal expires that they will not be re-signing him is also not a good way, because I can tell you
a couple is unfair. I had a little more notice than that. I was not told today that they wouldn't be renewing.
Sure,
but it wasn't that long ago either.
When were you told? And how does that go? I know there has been a talent relations shakeup there.
I don't want to get specific into the dates, but it was not that long ago.
Okay.
I was for one reason or another, I was told not to get into the specifics of the dates. I don't know whether it matters or not.
Okay.
It was somewhat recently. Let's put it this way. I've been trying to negotiate with WWE because when I started, and even as recently as, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago, contracts were renegotiated years in advance.
Yep.
I've had probably 5 or 6 contracts with WWE. I've never this right now, because I'm still under contract. Right now is the furthest, the deepest into a contract by 2 years that I've ever gotten. And the closest I ever got on another deal before it was renewed was 2 years out.
And I don't want to, I mean, I feel like that may be the reason the prior talent relations guy got the boot, because I know that, I mean, Natalya is up in a few days, and Becky Lynch's deal was allowed to be up, but she wanted to take time off.
Well, I'll tell you this one. That's the rumor, and I can tell you unequivocally, just from my own anecdotal evidence, that they can say that, but that's not the reason that Dan got fired. Because if that was the reason that Dan got fired, then they got to fire the 2 new guys because they're doing the exact same thing. They did it to me.
Sure.
Right. Well, I mean, that's the facts.
So yeah, I know that.
So they might have said that, but that can't be
sure. I don't think they ever claimed that. It's just something that many people deduced because, again, they were done so far ahead. Like, I remember when people were like, oh, my God, they fired Cardona and Rusev. And I was like, well, they offered them new deals and they didn't take the new deals. That's why they got fired, because their 90 days had, like, it was almost a formality firing, like a public showing, because their 90 days were up like a few days up before their contract was anyway. So there was no purpose. But you do not have a 90-day as yours expires. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah. Yeah, I can do whatever I want on Saturday.
And how do you feel about that? Because I know there's a lot of people that are like, oh my God, those are gross. I know a lot of people that are like, no, I like hanging out with my family for 90 days, getting in good shape and getting paid.
It's a double-edged sword for sure. Because the pros are, I can do what I did today. If you're watching this tomorrow, I guess yesterday, but which is save everything for a couple days in advance and say, hey, I'm free tomorrow. And then everyone goes, oh shit, tomorrow. And then all of a sudden I'm the fun new toy right away. Whereas other people, they're like, this guy's been released. They make their fun, cool video, and then everyone has to wait 3 months to book them or anything. So that's the pro. And it's a big pro. I'll be honest. It's a big pro. I was on WWE programming 7 to 8 days ago.
Yeah.
On Speed, which is like, haha, Speed, whatever. It's still viewed by 2.3 million people. I looked at the numbers.
And now you can go to Uganda tomorrow if you want.
I was the pinned tweet for WWE yesterday.
So
tweet. I thought that was hilarious. I was the pinned tweet.
I'm trying to figure out a way to ask this in which you can maybe appropriately answer that.
Sure.
So, I mean, if you found out, I presume you found out before yesterday, so you were still the pinned tweet yesterday. So you knew while they were still actively promoting that you were no longer going to be in the company.
Yes. God. I mean, there's your window right there. If you have any sense at all, you can kind of figure out one of 7 days that it was, because I found out after I wrestled Xavier Woods, obviously. Maybe not, obviously, because I probably would have done it regardless. But no, I'll just state that as fact. I found out after I wrestled Xavier Woods, but I found out before everybody publicly advertised that match and it got posted and everything.